So Harrison, I loved your performance in the film. Very emotionally raw, and obviously physically you look quite different. You've got the beard and everything, and I just kind of forgot that I was watching Harrison Ford and just saw the character there. And I just wondered how satisfying it is to create a character unlike something we've seen you play before.
Well, it's very gratifying if it brings pleasure to the audience. I mean, that's my job, is to tell stories and to disappear into the characters. I don't want to be Harrison Ford in front of your, constantly in your face. I want to be the character. And so when this came along, I looked at the character and I thought, this could be a really good, interesting family film to make. And I went back and reread the book, which I was familiar with from high school, but I hadn't read in 60 years. And I found that there was a great structure in the book, but the one thing was missing, and it was a story for John Thornton, because he appears in the book as kind of an instrument of God. He solves Buck's problems, but we don't know who the hell he is. I wanted to know who he was, because at the end of the film, I wanted his relationship with Buck to have an effect on him that would redeem him, that would help him find redemption in his life, because he'd run away from difficult circumstances. He didn't go to the Yukon to find gold, as he did in the book. He went to the Yukon because he and his son, who sadly has passed away, always dreamed of an adventure in wild places, those places that were off the map. And when his marriage failed after the death of his son, he ran away. And he went to that place, his son, and he would have gone. And when he found Buck, he found a companion for that adventure. And in the context of that adventure, Buck came closer to his eventual destiny, and Thornton was able to find the courage to go back and face the ghosts in his past.
And there's some really beautiful moments, very touching moments between John and Buck. And tell us a bit about creating those on set with Terry Notary there to work with, interact with.
Terry is fantastic, a person to work with. He's a very talented actor, as well as being a motion capture artist that specializes in bringing animals to the screen. But his presence gave me someone to emotionally relate to, something to emotionally relate to. And he was invaluable to me and to the film. And I'm very grateful to him for the consistently generous work that he did for us.
Just finally, I like the way that you talk about people that go and see your movies as customers. You know, they're paying for their movie ticket. And I just wondered how far you see, returning to Indiana Jones as sort of, much loved character, kind of giving your customers what they want to see.
I don't really want to give them what they want to see. I want to give them something they didn't anticipate seeing. I think they're right. They're used to a degree of disappointment when you revisit it. I mean, certainly the Marvel movies have made it a spectacular example of a success that worked the other way around. They killed it. Well, we're not going to make another Indiana Jones unless we're in a position to kill it. We want it to be the best. So we're got some scheduling issues, a few script things still to do, but we're determined to get it right before we get it made.
Harrison Ford, thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey,